Go for it, Nikki.
All right. Well, hello. Thanks everybody for joining us. I'm Nikki Fisher. If you don't know me, I'm relatively new to our team, but I'm really excited to be here with you this evening and that you could all join us. We'll just start by reviewing our team's mission, which is to empower others to live their best life, to help others live fit, free, empowered, and fearless lives by breaking through their barriers and stepping into their power. And then are there any new coaches on the call that want to be introduced or that you want to introduce?
And I could reintroduce Nikki because she just joined our team back in July, I think with the MBF launch, right? So early July. And she resides in Marshall, Minnesota, so Southwest Minnesota, which is where I previously lived. And we've connected through mutual friends, some of the gals in my current challenge group. And yeah, she just came into my life when I was going through a storm after I got robbed down here. She messaged me about joining our team. And it was just, she was like this angel that came into my life during just, yeah, it was awful. But she is just a busy wife and mama. She's a high school English teacher and she's running her own bod group. She went Emerald the first week that she became a coach. She's absolutely fantastic. So pleased to have you a part of our team, Nikki.
Well, thank you. I feel the same way about you. And also, I'm not a ghost. I don't glow. I don't know what's wrong with my husband's computer, but it looks pretty terrible right now.
Good.
All right. Anybody else out there? All right. So then I think is the drawing for the comments on the post. There were 2 comments. So if it's okay, I just threw them into the wheel generator. I hope you can see. So I'll just click for our winner.
It doesn't, oh wait, there it is. Okay.
All right, Casey. Congratulations, Casey.
Yay. I was actually thinking when I saw the post, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope more people read this section than just me and Trudy. There's not a lot of comments on there.
All right.
Still be a good discussion.
The last part of that I have are just the important announcements. Then just some upcoming things. September 2nd, Pumpkin Spice Shakeology launch is back, so that's pretty exciting. And then September 8th, the August Team Cup winners will be announced. On September 9th, the Beachbody On Demand Challenge packs will be updated, and so that will include the Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B programs added into the Shakeology or Beachbody On Demand Challenge pack. September 9th, Autumn Calabrese's book will be available on teambeachbody.com. September 14th, the 30-day breakaway sample workout will be available, which is super exciting. September 21st, I think this is what I'm most excited about. The Unstressed Meditation program is going to launch on Beachbody On Demand, so that's pretty wonderful. And then all month long, $20 off MBF challenge packs. And then there's still the Earn the January through December Success Club reward going. So earning SC5 or 10 at least once within that period. All right, and I think I covered everything, Jenny. Just let me know if not. And
awesome, thank you.
So then it's on to me, right? On to the book discussion. All right, so it was a pretty big section this time on trust and divinity, right? Yeah. So I'll just start with some of the things that I liked, and then like previous weeks, we just kind of go through and people have shared, hopefully, like I said, hopefully more people have read it, or at least part of the section, because I know it was a little bit longer. But I really liked, and it's a little bit into this section, I guess, but the martyr versus the trickster. The trickster saying life is interesting versus the martyr that says life is pain. Martyr says the system is rigged against all that is good and sacred. Trickster says there is no system, everything is good, nothing is sacred. I just like the trickster is just, oh, and then at the end it says the trickster is Bugs Bunny. always trying to find a way to just do their own thing or play the system. I thought that was just a fun way to look at the different things that we do, not even related to coaching necessarily, but anything, just finding a fun way, putting that fun spin on things so that you're not just like it's kind of like another quote that I saw this week, I get to do this versus I have to do this, you know, finding that shift in your mindset. And then I don't know who the author was. I kind of get lost in some of those details when she's talking so much about writing because I'm not a writer. So, but when she talks about the trickster trap, where the author uses her voice and then has someone else actually jot down the writing and the notes and making that trap. And I guess I can kind of relate to it a little bit with like making a post, because like when I'm just talking, I can like shoot it out, like, you know, say whatever I want. But then when it comes to like typing it and putting it, making it all pretty and all those things, I think I need to like voice record myself sometimes, because I do get caught in like, well, does that sentence make sense? Or like, it doesn't sound the way that I want it to sound in my head, or like those different things. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing to do the voice. She had someone else writing it down. I don't have that luxury. I'd have to record it, but I thought that was cool. And then anybody? Yeah, Becky.
Oh, I was just going to say, or you could just do a live instead of a post, right? Or a video.
Yes.
Screen, or
Yes, I need to do a live more, because like when I'm on my stories, I can just talk and then it's fine, for the most part. But I know that not everybody watches the stories, so.
Right. So many more people will watch your feed, and so a lot of times I'll forget, like, the things that I'm saying in my stories to me is important, and I want to get this message out, and really there's such a small, like you said, a small amount of people watching. I'm like, well, God, I need to reuse this in a live where a lot of people are going to see this, and then you really get to get your point across without it being a typed post or something, you know?
And then they can hear you too. And you've gone live a few times, Becky. It's so awesome.
Trying to get better. That, you know, Bob, after I listen to Bob Helig, he's like once a week at least. And in our leadership team too, that's for the Push to Diamond group. That's one of the things on our checklist, on our tracker, is to go live at least once a week. And yeah, that's what they say. Then people are just kind of waiting to see what you have to say next. Anyway.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I was similar to you, Casey, and that the one with Bugs Bunny, the martyr and the trickster, whatever. What I always liked about Bugs Bunny is one of my favorite cartoon characters because of the fact that he's, in a way, he's like whatever anybody tried to do to bring him down, he always was, you know, like let it roll off his back. He was always had the upper hand no matter what. And it just, and of course now that, you know, after all these years, in a sense, they positioned him to just be a happy dude. Like, hey, who cares? Life is too short to deal with the Wile E. Coyote and all the crap he's pulling. So who, you know, it's like, live your life and make it happy and just, yeah, let it roll.
For sure.
My favorite parts were well, first of all, everything I have ever written has brought me into being. Every project has matured me in a different way. I am who I am today precisely because of what I have made and what it has made me into. Your creative work is not your baby. You are its baby. And that, like, coaching, I completely relate that to that, because I don't feel like I am at all the things I was when I started coaching 4 years ago. And it's not like it just happens overnight, but it's all the little pieces of creating. And the other two pieces that I highlighted were be careful of your dignity is what I'm saying. It is not always your friend. And that just made me laugh out loud, because I get to see my Facebook memories, and a lot of people don't know that I didn't know what I was doing. thank God a lot of people didn't know, but I see, like, I did like my own, someone said run a free group. Well, I didn't know the purpose. They just said run a free group. So I did like a dance on Facebook. I would get live on Facebook every day and dance. The music wouldn't work. Facebook cut me off because of music copyright. I didn't know what I was doing. Who joined my challenge group out of that? Nobody. But I was like, there was no dignity. I didn't care. I just knew that I was going to figure out this coaching thing. And somebody said to go and do this. And so I did, but they didn't tell me to dance. That was my own craziness in there. But that comes back full circle to the curiosity factor. And that justified everything I've done in my life. I was like, thank gosh she said that. Because and some of the leaders have been around for a while and they've seen me like, I'm going to try this. And that didn't work. I'm going to try this. And I can't wait to see if it works. It's just that curiosity that I don't care if I fail. I don't care if it succeeds. I just want to see what happens. And I think that made me feel justified. So I'll be honest. I'm like, oh, there's a name to it. We're going to call it curiosity. I like that. So those were the 3 parts that I had highlighted. I love Elizabeth Gilbert. She's amazing. You know what? I'm going to, one more note on this. I don't know if I told all you guys this, but one of the Success Club prizes we used to get were webinars with like famous people. And they gave us this book and had us, or no, we didn't get the book because I didn't own it. But anyhow, we did a webinar with Elizabeth Gilbert. And so she's just a neat lady. I read her other book too, the plant one. There is a lot of masturbation in it. All right, I'm done.
Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I actually had those on my list too. The curiosity, I really like that because, and part of it too, I can't remember what page it was on now. Hold on, I think I do know which one. But when she talks about going after your passion, and people are like, well, what if I don't have a passion? Like, what am I supposed to do? Well, that's where she talks about being curious. Yeah, if you don't have a clear passion and somebody tells you to go follow your passion, I think you have the right to give that person the middle finger, because that's like somebody telling you that all you need in order to lose weight is to be thin, or all you need in order to have a great sex life is to be multi-orgasmic. That doesn't help. And I just love that part because it's like, yeah, sometimes, and it was in a podcast, ironic things, the things that you listen to during the week end up in the book that you're reading. But that passion sometimes fluctuate. They come and go, right? And, that's just kind of part of life and the certain stages that you're in life. So always having that curiosity, I think, is really important, because then if you end up not being as interested in something that you once were, you can segue into something else kind of, instead of being like, oh, well, I'm done. Like, I don't know what's next. Yeah. Or the other part of the curiosity, if you're still passionate about it, like coaching, being healthy, helping others get healthy, but you don't know like what to do next, doing something else to let that creativity come back to you. Mm-hmm. So, and that doesn't have to be like days or weeks. It could just be like, going for a walk or just not looking at your phone for a certain period of time. I think that's important. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I struggle with this. I didn't do a story today at all. And I don't have a story up on Instagram. And at first I'm like, oh, I gotta show the team that I do a story. And I was like, no, I don't. I need to take some silence to really figure out where I'm going next with my business and my coaching. Because the beauty of coaching is it isn't one size fits all. And if you're trying to fit into what Melanie Mitro does or what Becky Cooper does or what anybody else does, you really lose yourself. And so sometimes you have to step back and breathe and listen. And sometimes we were laughing because sometimes it's just a shower because it's the only time that you are quiet. But sometimes I go to the mountains. I know, like, they've been calling me and you see the bumper stickers, but it's true. I need to grab my hammock and I need to get up there because I think there's some things that have to come through yet. And I'm not going to hear them if I'm not listening. So it's okay to go off that phone, and you don't have to have a story every day. You know, I've heard the National Wake Up Call where they say 365 days a year, I'm never not on, I post every day. Good for them. It's not who I am. And it's okay. I've seen Elizabeth do this where she said, you guys, I see you in my inbox or whatever. You guys, she doesn't always have someone in her inbox. She's just saying that. But today it's a family day and I'm not going to be on here. Have a great Sunday. And I probably should have done that today, but I didn't even do that. But it's okay. And I just think that's important to do. So as corporate would be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But that's my belief. And that's not true because I've seen on Beachbody Champions, which is run by corporate, one of the coaches, she talked about meditation, silence, creativity, all of those things. And so that's important too. So there we go.
Well, and we have to remember too that this year is so greatly different than any other year. So even all these standards that have been set for us, some of it does have to change for our own mental health. I have to do it too. I've actually made myself, okay, I'm taking a nap and then I will get to work, because if I just come home from work and get to work at something else, the creativity is not there. I lose drive quicker, and I actually get more things done by not trying to do it all together. But so yeah, I mean, things will change. Danielle Natoni has actually told her audience that Sundays she is taking a break from social media. It is her time to regroup and just pull herself together. So nothing wrong with that either. I think you'll earn more respect that way.
Yeah. And thank you for giving us the permission to do that too, Emily. And I'm not saying that you're the one, you know what I mean? I'm just saying thank you for giving us permission.
I am the ruler, you do.
Thank you, Emily.
You have permission.
I mean, honestly, you do get caught up in that. Like, oh my God, I have to have something on my story all the time. And today I was sitting at my computer and I was just trying to think, where do I place this next coach and what would Emily say? And she would tell me this, I got to figure it out. And, you know, and I'm like, oh shit, I have all these people that are joining me, which is great, but I'm not really sure where to put them all. Long story short, I just needed to step away from the damn computer, go for a walk, went down, took a bike ride down to the skate park, watched my kids and Steve skateboarding, and then it all just kind of like it just kind of fell apart in a good way. It all fell into place. I'm like, oh yeah, that's, you know, I remember now what Emily had said, and that makes sense. And so I think stepping away, like you said, is where the creativity can really blossom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so true. And yeah, honestly, thank you for giving us that tidbit, because so much of what we do is social media related, and we can get really burnt out with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes if you force it, it's not going to be very good anyway.
Right.
You know, I mean, I think probably all of us have tried that at some point. Like, I just got to do something. And then it's like, why did I even do anything? It's crappy. I should have just waited, you know, or thought about it a little more, or, you know, so.
Nobody's probably going to notice if you took the day off, honestly. I didn't notice, Emily, that you took the day off of social media.
We think everyone's watching, but they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't.
and like you said, Casey, if you show up with something stupid, well, then people are just going to be like, well, that was... No, and maybe they're not thinking that either, but it's better to maybe just be silent than to not put up something goofy at all, because people don't notice it if you slip away for a moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be
and that was
silly out, but don't overthink it or be forced. Like, I got to put something, so I've got those posts. I know what you're saying.
And that was earlier in the book too, that said, what you were just saying, Becky. Now I lost it though.
The creativity.
Oh, that not everybody's watching you.
Oh,
you know, that people are, I mean, they're watching you, but they're not like that focused on you. So, Yeah. What time do we have
Yeah,
here?
we're kind of go. It's already 8:54. I can talk fast.
Okay.
We can skip the action part and I can just share some of the resources I wanted to give you anyway. So in Team Cup this last month, our team has really, many of us have been focusing on inviting to the coaching opportunity. For many of us, that was our goal that we set out at the beginning of the month, was to invite more people to the coaching opportunity. And so I thought that that would be something we could talk about tonight, because that was something that I know I really struggled with as a new coach. We tell our new coaches who come in, whether they're a hobbyist or a business building coach, so important to go to Emerald. You need to have those two coaches under you, one on your left, one on your right. And why do you do that? And that's to unlock that bank account to get those cycle bonuses. And I don't think I fully understood that until I was into my coaching a bit more. But I know I'm at the place now in my coaching that my cycle bonuses is what, that's my consistent income. It's the majority of the income that I make now. I mean, the commissions are wonderful, but there are weeks that I don't have really any commissions. So I'm very thankful for my cycle bonuses. So inviting to the coaching opportunity is just such an important, vital behavior. Like, I think it's like right there at the top. And I was so hesitant to even share about the discount with people when I first started as a coach. I look back and some of the people that I invited who are now discount coaches, I waited 6 months to invite them to the coaching opportunity. I can't believe I waited that long. So something that I've started doing in this last year is any person that's going to join my challenge group, before they purchase, before I send them a challenge or send them the share cart, I always tell them about the coach discount now. And I look at it completely different. I'm informing them of the savings that they can have on the products and programs. And if anybody gives me the money excuse, I always tell them about the discount now, where before I didn't. And if they tell me anything about how they're really struggling with their job, I tell them about how this is something that you can do as a side hustle and make a nice side income. So it's just, I think it's been a matter of me kind of changing my mindset about it, because really it's a win-win. It's a win for them because they save money on the products and programs. It's an opportunity for them to pay for their products and programs, and they can make a residual income doing it. And it's a win for us too, because we create volume from all the coaches that join our team, and we all benefit from the volume. And Casey signs up a coach, not only does she benefit from that volume, but everybody in our downline benefits from it. So I really have I look at it differently, in that it's a win-win for everyone, where before I didn't look at it like that. So anyway, I was going to share my screen. Sometimes it's just having some verbiage, and that has always helped me. Okay,
I'm going to interject while you're doing that.
Yeah.
I actually look at it as a double win on their part, a single win on my part. Like, they have this opportunity. It does so much more for the person you're offering it to than it does for you. So I think a lot of coaches get in their head and they think, I'm getting them. No, you're giving them. If we hold it, we're holding it back from them. I just had a free customer message me, and she goes, and tell me about this coach thing. And so I'm like, okay. And she goes, I want to do it. I want the discount. And I said, do you want to coach? Yeah. You don't know. You have no idea. So we got to give that to them. And the new coach orientation that we do through Platinum Presenters, we actually invite to coaching during that. It's the first thing that we have people do as a brand new coach. And they have some scripts just like this. So take it away, Jenny. Sorry, I'm really excited.
I'm glad you said that. And you just never know. Like, I've learned so many times, don't assume that someone isn't interested, whether it be discount or to be a business building coach. Some people that I thought would never want to become even a discount coach are some of my best discount coaches right now, and have been for a long time. People who have wanted to run with coaching, I never thought would and have, and then the ones that I think will don't, So that's why we always have to offer to every single person and don't just assume. So yeah, this is just some samples of things that I have told people. A lot of people really like to see the breakdown, so I show them the math. And I tell them, some people are kind of freaked out about the word coach. So I have started using like preferred customer if they're really freaked out by that word coach. And I tell them they don't have to help me run the group to, you know, get the benefit of getting the discount. So things like that have really helped me. And I always tell them about it in voice messaging first. And I always ask if they want more information. And then I do send them this breakdown like in a message so that they can reference it. And even if they tell me no, like that's not a big deal, just like customers or, you know, anybody who's wanting to join your group, they tell us no how many times. So it's very common for people to tell us no to coaching. I think Emily asked me, I don't know how many times, you know, if I was interested in coaching, and the coach before her, my previous upline, asked me for well over a year. And I told her no, even for the discount, you guys. So don't give up on people. And that's what I'm doing now is I'm going back through a lot of the people in my challenge group who are very active and talking to them, voice messaging them and telling them how much I appreciate the value they bring to my challenge group and how they could be an amazing coach. Because a lot of times it's just breeding that belief. I know I needed it. I had a lot of like limiting beliefs. I just didn't think I could do it. And Emily helped me see that I could. And so, yeah, we just can't hold it back from anyone. So anyway, another thing that I do also, if they tell me no to coaching, I follow up with them. I like to go into my coach office. I wanted to show you this real quick for those of you who are new. If you go to Monitor My Business and go to your subscription orders. Oh, it logged me out. I like to monitor my subscription orders, and I always reach out to people like a week before it's supposed to process and create that sense of urgency that if they sign up, then they'll get that next shipment 25% off. So if you go to, for example, Shakeology, you can filter all of this.
You don't
And then,
see.
can you see this?
No,
I can see your Word doc.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't
Oh.
speak over with you. That's strange.
Okay. Huh.
Maybe
Yeah.
just like unshare and then share again or something.
Okay, good suggestion.
Well, she's doing that. Too, something, if you're this week, now, if it's a discount coach, someone who's drinking Shakeology and they just want a discount on it, probably don't need to go and do this. But if you have people that you want to do this with, that's how I think of it. Who do you want to travel with? Who do you want to go to Summit with? Who do you want to have girls' weekends with? Who do you want to run challenge groups with? Who do you want to grow with? Message those people and tell them, I would freaking love to do this with you. Are
Yeah.
you interested in hearing more about it? And if they are, right this week, actually during the new coach orientation with Platinum Presenters, we invite to the What is Coaching presentation. That's every other week. So this week on the 3rd, Thursday, how many people could you invite tonight? Like Jenny said, we aren't going to have time for the action tonight, but after this call, invite 3 people to hop on that What is Coaching call with you. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, DM me and we'll get that. I probably need to say that in Team YBF, but there we go. Jenny's got it here. Go
You
ahead.
got it up. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I like to go in. I have kind of a working list that I go off of that I have in front of my or by my computer all the time. So I'm not always going in here. But for an action activity, I thought it would be good if you haven't gone into your coach office and see who has, you know, their Shakeology subscriptions, Performance Line, even their Beachbody On Demand, if it's gonna, when they're gonna renew in September. And I always reach out to these folks, especially if they've had multiple cycles of Shakeology, like Danette, for example, and these are people I've already messaged multiple times about it. They just tell me no. But I'll continue to reach out to them about a week before their subscription will renew and remind them about the discount. And I know many of them they will eventually, they're just not ready yet. And so then I message them, and I'll share this in Team YBF. It's, let's see if you can see this now. I'm learning how to do this. This is good for me. I just say something simple like this. Hey, I see your Shakeology is going to process on 9/6. Like, I'm going to be doing this tomorrow now because I got a whole bunch. Just given that FYI, is this something that you want to do? And most people, I try to have them sign up with a challenge pack or completion pack. If they are just so not wanting to do that, then I do send them, there's this form, and I'll share this out too, because this has helped a lot of people. I've shared this with the coaches on my team. Again, I always try and have them purchase a challenge or completion pack, but this just walks them through step by step on how to sign up as a Beachbody coach. And then they get that $40 reimbursed if they've bought a challenge or completion pack in the past. So I just give them this email or this document, and yeah, they do the sign up. It's really quick and easy. So just some resources I wanted to give people tonight. But yeah, like Emily was saying, now inviting to coaching is something that I'm doing every day. I'm getting better at it. I'm gaining confidence with it. And I am messaging all of my best challengers right now, the ones that I would absolutely love to be active working coaches, because they're amazing people. And yeah, I just never know who might want to do it. I had a surprise at the end of this last month, someone who reached out to me, and I should have reached out to her. She wants to actively coach. So again, a reminder, like, don't just assume, offer it to everyone, especially some of those rockstar challengers, because they'll make amazing coaches. And I know I was like very, I don't know, just like, it was like a compliment when Emily would reach out to me and say, I really think you'd make an amazing coach. And it is, it's a compliment to them. It's not that you're trying to sell anything to them. You're selling to them, if anything, an opportunity. And again, an opportunity to just thank them for all that they're doing in your challenge groups too. So anyway, I think that's about all I had here. Let's see if there was anything else I wanted to share. Anybody have any other feedback that you have regarding any of this?
I just listened to Bob Helig's The Network Marketing is Not Sales, and typically touched exactly on this, and that, you know, we all think about, we're not selling product, we're selling a feeling, or not selling, we're sharing the feeling that we can get by health and wellness. But coaching is also a portion. So if you think of it, I don't know how to say that. It's a portion of what we do. And we should be proud of that, and that this is all one thing. You can get nutrition, you can get fitness, you can get, you know, community, you get superfoods, you get a coaching opportunity, and it's all in one place. And we have systems that can help you move forward. So if you can start with that mindset right off the bat, and I was just like Jenny, it took me forever to even ask someone, and I am getting better at that now too. And more than just the discount, it's like, yeah, there is an opportunity here for you to, you know, pay for your groceries, or, you know, see if you have a vision for down the road. And some people don't even realize they've had a vision. They just got to have belief in themselves. And if we can provide that for them too, or at least bring it to the light that they could even think about it and see it happening, then why not? I mean, yeah, no, we have to quit assuming. We just have to share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we answer for people. How rude is that? Like, right? We're like, oh, well, she already makes a ton of money. Well, maybe she has no fulfillment. Maybe she hates that her job makes her sit there 9 to 5. We don't know. We never know, so we cannot answer. I know doctors, I know lawyers that are coaches, and I was like, oh, well, they make money. Well, you don't know. You don't know. Doctors who want to be on this side of healthcare instead of the sick care, and so many options. And I always think, I personally would never be a challenger. I would never. I don't know. It doesn't sound fun to me, but the Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology and all of that has done so much for us, right? Think of what coaching has done for you. If we don't give that, like, I'm obligated to share that with everyone, and it's up to them if they want to take it or not. But I'm going to keep reminding them that I've got this gift for them and I want to share it. So we got to just give them the option. Like you said, Jenny, it's an honor. It's an honor. I pick and choose who I ask. I don't ask you just because you have a heartbeat, because I don't want just everybody on my team. I want to go room with everybody at Summit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to sleep with everybody. So yeah, pick who you want to sleep with. Cheers.
Awesome. Yeah, I think, you know, when I think about coaching too, it was one thing that I never knew I needed, or I said it in a post one time, but it really has been just something that I never knew I needed until I actually had it, like how much value it has brought into my life. And all of you, like the friendships and the community, like Amy said, and the experiences that we have together. So many people, they desire that, and we need to share that. So yeah, awesome. All right, well, thank you for getting on. I will share those resources along with the recording here of the call in Team YBF tonight. Otherwise, I think that's it. Have I forgotten anything?
Quit sharing so we can see everybody and take a picture.
Thank you, Jenny and Casey and Nikki and
Guys,
the team.
you did a good job.
Thank you for coming.
Are you stopping the share?
Okay, okay, hold on, stop. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yay!
There we go. We're all learning as we go here. That's the beauty of it. First thing, Kayla's too busy meal prepping. She's I got someone tag me. There we go.